Good morning, gurus. Welcome to another episode. Hope you're having a beautiful day. Crypto is getting hammered. It's just bleeding out down quite a bit. Bitcoin down around 4%, trying to hold. It bounced off that 58K trade that I made yesterday. It exactly came down and activated that trade. And Tesla was up 6% yesterday, 10% the day before, 6% the day before. So in the last 3 days, we're up 24%. And from buying on the bottom at 141, we're now up 70% in 2 months, which is amazing. Congratulations. We're going to jump in charts for Bitcoin and Tesla. Hit the subscribe button, smash up, thumbs up, and turn on the bell. Let's jump into technicals for Bitcoin now. We're jumping into technicals for Bitcoin. Brutal week on Bitcoin. In the last, I would say, since 6th of June, Bitcoin is now down 18% since the 6th of June. Massive drop. And it's coming down to the trend line, and it activated the trade from yesterday. It came down and activated. We came down to a low of 59350. The trade was 59463. This was yesterday's video. This was 23 hours ago. Bitcoin 1 year trend line must hold. 58, I would expect a very strong bounce. And that's where I've got my trade open. I've got it at 60, but I would move actually on this rise, on that trend line. It's possible, but I would move it better to be at 59 because we've tested 59 many times. You can see here we've multiple times tested this 59 support, and then forward 23 hours and we came down to 59. It activated the trade 59,463, which is beautiful. But we are holding the trend line right now, but can it stay holding is the question. It looks like it's going to fail. Let's go into the weekly charts. Look at the bigger picture. On the weekly, Crypto Guru bought still a blue buy, which it fired back in February 2023. You get it in the Crypto Master course. Bitcoin indicator bought fire to sell at 72. Stochastic coming very low now. Oversold, coming towards oversold. The only time it was this oversold was back in August 2023 when Bitcoin came down to 22K. It hasn't been this oversold since 22K on the Stochastic. August 2023. Bitcoin came down to 24K, and that was the oversold. And now we're coming down to similar oversold. Let's go closer on the daily. On the daily, Stochastic coming down. Volume starting to spike a little bit, but still quite low. We're trying to hold this 1 year yellow trend line. You can see since October 2023, you can see Bitcoin's been climbing this 1 year trend line and trying to bounce off it. And now this 1 year trend line broke yesterday. It pierced underneath and bounced off. So it didn't break, it just bounced off. But we need to see it really hold here and start to move up. Otherwise, the next support under this, if we break, is 52K and major support at 45K. And we don't want to go that low. Stochastic oversold on the 4 hourly, trying to hold here at this 58K. Bounced off the trade from yesterday. Let's see if it managed to hold. It's got a very tight stop loss on that trade. I would keep the same... If you didn't activate that trade, I would keep tight stop loss and move down to the next support at here, 56K. Next place I would open a trade is at the when Israel went to war with Iran. That was at 56,600. That's where I would take the trade out of here. But we really want this 1 year trend line to hold. Why? Because it's making a symmetrical triangle that builds pressure, and breaks out. If it can hold here, but if it breaks down, it will be very... 52.45 is the next stops. 59 also one major support, but that's already been breached. So we really need to see 50 here hold and get a bounce if we want to continue the bull market. Let's go close on the hourly. On the hourly, we're getting a little bit of volume, but not enough, in my opinion, to hold it here. It bounced off here with much more volume, you see? But not bad. We're getting volume. It is trying to hold. Let's see if it manages to hold this trend line. In my opinion, not. I think it looks weak right now. But this is the final C wave correction before the next Elliott wave count. It just depends on when that Elliott wave, when it finishes. So that's on Bitcoin. Tesla was up 6% yesterday. And since we bought Tesla, if you followed me on Twitter, I've got 85,700 followers on Twitter, and this was me adding more Tesla target 225. This was in May, and potential for a huge breakout of long-term symmetrical target 578. And this was me adding more into Tesla here on the 22nd of April. I sold Bitcoin and altcoins and moved into Tesla. and that was at 141. Since then, Tesla is now up. Since I bought it at 141, Tesla is now up 75%, since we bought it, 75%, which is amazing. Congratulations, all of you. If you put $1,000 in there, now you have $1,750 2 months later when we bought that in April. If you put $1 million in there, you now have $1,750,000. If you put $100,000 in, you have $175,000. If you put $10 million in, you have $17 million. If you put $100 million in, you have $170 million now. 75% in 2 months. 75%. And the key is you could have put $1 billion in. You could have also put, that's why I always teach stocks as well. You could have put $1 billion into Tesla. You could have put 10 billion in. If you put $1 billion in, you now have 1.7 billion. If you put 10 billion in, you have 17 billion. If you put $1 million in, you have 1.7 million. If you put 10 million in, you have 17 million. If you put 100,000 in, you have 170,000. If you put 10,000 in, you have 17,000. If you put 1,000 in, you have 1,750. That is the power of this. That is the power of stocks and why it's a game changer. Congratulations, this inverse head and shoulder played out, so that formation is finished. We've also now broken out of this bigger formation. You learn all of this in the Crypto Master Course, which is descending triangle, builds pressure, and breaks out the distance of the base of the triangle, and that broke out now. So those two patterns have now finished. Now when we zoom out on the bigger pattern is this giant symmetrical triangle, this one here. And that builds pressure, and if it breaks out, it goes to the base of the triangle with a target of 578, which will be beautiful. Overall, also, I wanted to read some of your comments. Amazing analysis as usual. Thank you, Alpaco. Tesla, thanks, James. You're welcome, Elizabeth. Tesla is huge game. Best YouTuber in this field, Mr. Old Stock Guru. Thank you, Jason. And a great pleasure. Thank you. My buy order at 59,463 was triggered. Thanks for the info. You're welcome. And am new, I don't know anything about this. Please, how will I go about it? You need to learn, take the Stock Guru Master Course, the Crypto Master Course. Can't wait for to reconnect with you in Skyviews. Let me know when you're here next. Awesome, Mano. I'm witness to your Tesla call. God mode on, bang on, brother. Stay blessed. Thank you very much, Mano. Thanks for all amazing videos. You are the man. All the best for the future. Hey, hey man, like your stuff. When you think it's gonna bounce, to be honest, it looks like Bitcoin, I think it's holding here. I wasn't expecting altcoins to keep bleeding out like this. They're showing some strength, but you can see World yesterday. Oh, by the way, my trades on World activated yesterday. I bought it. It hit my $2.10. Let's see. It came down to $2.15 and activated. I bought 5,000 in yesterday's video. If you remember, I said at $2.10. But it doesn't look like it's going to hold. Next stop for World is $1.70, which is crazy. Lucky, since we sold everything in March, guys, the market, for example, on World, since we sold in March, it is now down 82%. And that's across everything. Doge, when we sold in March, it's now down. It's now down. Doge is down 48% since we sold in March. Is Doge going to hold here? Doesn't look like it. It's falling beneath the symmetrical triangle, everyone. Oh shit. Next stop for Doge is 10 cents. Not looking good for the altcoins. Not looking good for crypto market. Bitcoin 60,220 is trying to hold. I've got alerts for Doge down at 9 cents. I've got a buy order on Bybit for Doge at... My Bitcoin long is down $3,800 right now. I've got orders at 52K and I've got Doge at 0.09. But to be honest, I'm not liking the strength of Doge and altcoins. I'm going to cancel that. I'll set half a Bitcoin at 58K. Actually, let's see where Bitcoin bottoms. I'll try and buy it on the nuke. Bitcoin down 3%. I've got some orders there. This account 556 down a lot since yesterday. 572. So I lost since yesterday. I'm down 12,400. 572 to 556. It's $14,000. Down $14,000 from yesterday. This week been terrible. 578, 567, 565, 575, almost even on the week, but overall on the month dropping a lot from 629 down to 556, so almost $670,000 on this crypto drop. USDT, I've got 188 cash. I bought too soon. MCRT down 2%. I've got 79,000 worth. Bitcoin 76,000, down 3%. I bought too early this 1.2 Bitcoin. It pulled back more than I expected. I bought it around here, but 62K. So I've lost $2,000 on those ones. Uniswap down 7%. Uniswap dropping a lot, $44,000. I bought too soon, everyone. Doge I bought around here, but it's around 5% drop. But I bought it here at 11 cents on the big dip. But it looks like it's just falling more. World is down massive, down 2%, lower than when it activated $5,000 of World at $2.10, but it's just not looking good. Pocket down 10%. I reduced my positions, went mainly into cash, and I still got hammered on this account, which is unfortunate. It's still up from 150K, plus I took out like 150K for seed investments, but it was at 920K, if you remember, at one point. So it's still down around 200,000 from the peak. But I did, man, and I was the one that warned everyone and sold in March. That's what's crazy. If you want to trade like you're seeing me do underneath the video, go down below, sign up to Bybit, get a $30,000 bonus when you use this link. Take the Crypto Master Course and the Stock Guru Master Course to learn all this and get the bots. And join us in the Telegram. There's 9,000 of you trading together. All the links are down below. And you can, yeah, that's my updates in the market, everyone. Thanks for all your comments. It looks like, let's see if Bitcoin manages to hold 58K and hold this trend line. Sorry, the 60K trend line now. It's not 58K anymore. If it doesn't manage to hold this trend line, 52K is the next stop. Let's see how we react. Alts are holding up not bad, but on yesterday's Bitcoin drop, alts still bleeding out, which is not good for, I should have waited to buy back in. I sold in March at 920 in the, or 870 in the account, and if I had done nothing else except buy back in now, it would have been better off. Unfortunately, it's just bleeding out slowly and slowly. Even though I bought back in on last time's dip, we're now back to that dip place again. Like it dipped down to 60K 2 weeks ago. I bought it. It bounced back to 64, which was the A to B bounce, and this is the B to C final corrective wave. We're in the final corrective wave on Bitcoin according to Elliott wave count, though. This should be the final corrective wave on the Elliott wave count. You can see it here. Hopefully it's not so brutal. First wave impulse, first to second corrective, second to third final and biggest impulse, third to fourth corrective, fourth to fifth final impulse. Then you have ABC correction. We had the A, and the A was brutal. Bitcoin went from 72 down to 58. We got the B bounce to 63, and now we're doing the final C wave correction. How low it goes is unknown. I do think we bounce off, in my opinion, we bounce off 58 again and get a double bottom and hold this trend line. Let's hope. And if that plays out, then we're still bullish long term, and this big rising triangle or ascending triangle plays out, which builds pressure and breaks out. If that manages to play out, target will be 99,000 on Bitcoin. But again, this is a lesson for me to learn. If I had just sold everything in March, which I did, I sold a lot in March, not everything, but I should have sold everything in March. I literally called the day of the top again. And my lesson is to buy back after, not to buy back. I bought bounces, and then it went into profits, and then I needed to close those bounces before we went lower, you know. But we've been holding here for a while. Let's see how we do. Hit the subscribe button, smash up, thumbs up, and turn on the bell, and big congratulations everyone who bought Tesla, 75% in 2 months. And if you remember my videos, I was saying I'm moving heavy out of altcoins and Bitcoin and into Tesla, which was a great move if you're watching what's happening to the markets now. Love you all. Stay safe out there. Protect your capital at all costs, and I'll see you all again tomorrow.